Yo, what's up, babe? You got Flying Goat here. I sound like a rapper. I love it. Check it out. So I got Mo here. What's up, Mo? How you doing?
What's up, fam?
We're not going to get into Mo yet. This is his place. Anyway, so before we get into the appliance plug and we start talking about it, he's also one of the Flying Goats as well, so we'll get into that. So Carlos is an old homie. How long have we known each other?
Really long. I mean, probably like 15 plus years.
Yeah, 15 plus years. So we go way back. We used to party and shit, got a lot of bad stories, but
Gosh, good times too.
I do want to talk about Bitcoin because I talk about you a lot.
Yeah.
So
In a
back,
good way, I'm assuming, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So all my boys have Bitcoin now, and what's Bitcoin worth right now?
I mean, it's in like, what, 6 or 7,000?
Did you sell off? Do you have any left?
No, I didn't, because the way it was working at the time, I was using Bitcoin as an entry level just to get into other coins, because at the time, all coins was kind of still forming, wasn't really there yet. And I was using Bitcoin to buy other things because the value of Bitcoin.
Okay, so don't get into it too much.
Yeah.
So I want to tell them, this is what I tell people all the time, and it's good you're here because you could vouch for the story. So at the time, I was a paramedic, and back in the day, like, I used to always go to certain restaurants.
Yeah.
We're not going to drop names because it's kind of illegal.
Right.
So Los hit me up, and he was like, and he didn't work here at the time. You know, he's a scholar and a gentleman now. Yeah. So back in the day, he was like, yo, he's like, I know you're always on the ambulance and you need food. He's like, I have these gift cards. And I'm like, okay, well, like, what do you got? And Carlos is like, bro, I got all these gift cards. They're like $100 gift cards. I'll sell them to you for $5. And I'm like, bro, say less. I had no money at the time as a paramedic, so I think I was like, I need 20 bucks worth. Nowadays, I'd be like, well, I wouldn't do it nowadays, but anyways. So I hit up Los, and he's like, look, come meet me here. And I was like, all right, cool, I got 20 bucks. He's like, no, dog. He's like, you have to get this thing called Bitcoin. Bro, this is what year?
This was in probably 2014, 15.
Okay, so I said, you know, we could cuss on YouTube. I said, fuck you, bro, I'm definitely not doing that. And so he's like, bro, he's like, come on, man, get this, just get it, bro. Like, that's the only way I'm doing it, because it's kind of illegal activities or whatever, dark web shit, right? Mm-hmm. And so Los is like, all right, you do that or whatever. So then I end up doing it, and I didn't know what Bitcoin was until 10 years later. So Bitcoin was worth what at the time?
At the time, it was nice. But we were at 98. I remember it was 89 to 98.
Years later, someone's like, bro, like Bitcoin this, Bitcoin that. I look at Bitcoin and it's worth, you know, millions or whatever the hell it is, you know? And so I didn't see him for a minute because, you know, I went off doing my thing. He was doing this. We're still friends, but I was just doing my thing. Yeah. And I'm in Ybor City, and fucking, you know, like the segways. Bro, it's noon. You know, like, just picture him on a fucking Segway before anyone knows what they are.
Yeah.
And he's got like
in Ybor on 7th Ave.
Yeah, 7th Ave in Ybor. And he's got like one of those little margarita straw drinks. And he's just I think he's got a twirly hat. And he's just going down the strip.
Binoculars with the spiral.
And I think my wife's like, look at this guy. You know, like I said, oh, that's fucking Carlos. Yeah. And I said, Carlos, come over here. Carlos came over and shit. He's fucking doing like circles and stuff. And I'm like, bro, I'm like, where the hell you been? He's like, bro, you remember Bitcoin? And then that's where it hit me. You're like, yo, dog, I got like a penthouse here on 7th Ave.
I live above. He's like, I was one of 50 residents.
And he said, all I do is party now. But that's a true story.
That is a true story. Actually, that was kind of the downfall of everything, because I was using that money. I was making it really big, but at the same time, like, if I'd have known to keep the money in Bitcoin, I mean, I wouldn't be here. You know what I mean?
Much Bitcoin, how many coins did you have at one point?
Bro, I mean, to put it in perspective, I was buying 50 Starbucks gift cards, reselling per week. And I probably spent, each card cost me $20. So, and I was doing about 50 a week. So if you add it up, bro, it was a lot. And I did this for a span of like 2 years.
How did you even get into Bitcoin? It was like a payment method?
I saw it was I literally just I finished my contract for the government, and I was living in Pensacola, remember, at the time?
Yeah.
And I came home and I was like, what am I going to do? And someone had brought up this like, oh, maybe there's this new thing, you should probably check it out. So I started doing my little research, and then I realized that you can buy Bitcoin had a higher value than other things and actually currency, like a real dollar. And I was like, holy crap. So I was using it to my advantage since day one, man.
What threw me off is the minute he said it's cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
You're good.
I was like, cryptocurrency, bro, keep that shit away from me. Way back then, like
I
now.
told Mo at the 98 mark. Mo was in Ybor. He was at the Metro Mart. I was literally on 7th Ave, and I said, Mo,
I'm telling you.
meet me at this gas station right now, because the point of entry, because in the beginning, you only had a limit of how much you could put, but the ATM was all day.
Who would have known cryptocurrency was going to be like a common Google term? Like, you know what I mean? Like, cryptocurrency, it just sounds like some.
And Mo will vouch for this too. Carlos was always a creative.
Oh, bro.
He always had ideas, but they were always so far out there, right? So like whenever he was like, he'd come up with the craziest idea, we'd be like, great, another one.
He's the Puerto Rican Elon Musk, bro. He definitely has some, like, I
Yeah,
got some pretty crazy ideas, man.
remember he came up, remember the swivel and shit? You guys did the swivel?
I got more, bro. I got more in my head right now.
We'll talk about that off camera, because I don't want that, because I might.
NDAs.
I actually got one right now in my head, bro, that can boom right now in the market.
Okay, we got investors here.
And super cheap. And I don't have to rely on anybody, and you can use a 3D printer.
Okay, so you see him now. Now, next time you see him, he's going to be on a Segway with the twirly hat in 5
No,
years.
I still got those Segways, by the way.
Yeah.
I ain't let them go.
He was
I
the
got two
first-
at the house.
the first
Bro,
person
I
with
was
one.
literally on 7th Ave.
No one knew what it
I
was.
had 2 units. I had lived on 7th Ave, and I lived on 8th Ave. But I lived personally on 8th, and then 7th is where I did the Airbnb in my party house. And literally, bro, on my balcony on 7th, I'd have this Segway. I'd just be zooming on the Segway.
But you've been sober from alcohol for how many years now?
Now?
Yeah.
Like 6 years, 7 years.
Yeah, I'm 2 years. I'm 2 years in. I haven't drank in 2 years.
The thing with that, man, it's such a chemical imbalance through when you're stopping, because, bro, like there's the old saying, if you do it for 5 years, it takes like 7 years to recover. So there's always this.
Well, I did it for
recovery stage.
30 something years. So
Yeah, so
so I'm
there's
still
gonna be-
no. I'm just kidding.
Well, no, it's just you're gonna have to figure out what to do with your time.
Yeah.
That's like the big.
Come hang out with you fucking guys and bug you while you're working.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You
So
know.
what are you doing for Appliance Plug right now?
So right now I'm an appliance advisor. So if you need, appliances or just kind of an idea of what you want, I basically kind of help you determine on what's the best fit for you in the house and make you sure that it's a good look too. Because sometimes people come here like, I have this idea, and I'm like, well, that kind of is going to defeat the purpose. And so we kind of help them, advise them in the right direction. Don't oversell. Obviously, I want them to be, super happy with their selections and things of that nature, and I just get them the best price. So that's what we do here at Big Plug.
Cool. We love you. That's all we needed from you.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take the mic back, and we got Spencer. Show yourself, Spencer.
Yeah.
We got Spencer behind the camera here.
What up?
And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk around. We're gonna check the place out, and I'm gonna hand this over to Mo. Thank you, Carlos. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
Guys, have a good day.
But yeah, so we're at the Appliance Plug. I'm gonna take this now, and now we're gonna record Spencer. Oh, hi. How are you?
I turned it regular for you.
What's up, baby? How are you doing, Spence?
I'm doing good, bro. Moving and grooving. Just
So
got back
Spencer-
from a client shoot. Now we're here doing another shoot.
Yeah, you just had 2 meetings. You just left, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
He's
So
always involved in stuff. That's the one thing I know about Spencer. He's always got his hands in all this stuff. How do you not feel like you wear yourself thin?
At times, I do feel like that. It could be overwhelming, but honestly, dude, like when I got a goal and I got something that I'm always working on, like it's just,
you got the chain,
I'm addicted
bro.
to it. Yeah, I don't
got
get
the chain, bro. It's about the money. He's got to work.
Hey.
Yeah. So Carlos, good seeing you. Big
man.
Mo
Y'all boys
money.
We're at the Appliance Plug, baby.
So we've shot some videos here.
Yeah,
So-
bunch of videos.
All right, Mike's on you to do your thing.
Yeah, no, I've been here a bunch. We've done a bunch of video shoots with Mo. A lot of ad and social media related content.
Look at this place.
Yeah, it's beautiful. A ton of awesome appliances. Yeah, it's pouring out rain. I actually love the sound of that pouring rain, bro. It calms me so much. Yeah, it's like my favorite. Is this good?
Right there.
Right here?
Yeah. Yeah, I love it, bro. This is
Nice.
like, honestly, like anytime I need appliances, like, I mean, he's a friend, but
Yeah.
still, bro, it's like, it's the best quality, you know?
Yeah.
You
yeah.
have some?
Yeah, I got my stackable washer and dryer. So I got a Samsung stackable. They're like the 2-in-1.
Yeah. So how long have you been, how old were you when you started appliances?
First job
What
I got
age?
in the industry, I was 19.
19. So I could vouch for that because I knew him back then. I actually used to work for Mo. Mo picked me up in a white beat up Ranger with 2 different color doors. And I said, Mo, what the hell is this? He goes, bro, I'm a one-man team. So me and him were doing installs. He was already doing it years before me, but I was doing installs with him forever because you basically had to take care of the family, correct?
Right. We moved down to Florida because we had some family here, relocated. Regardless of what it is,
Family
just
needed help.
Personal situation for sure, but ultimately it required for me to step up and be, take care of.
How many sisters?
I have 4 sisters and a brother. They're all younger than me.
So
It's
he
an age
had
difference.
to basically step up and take care of his whole family within means, right? Like we're
Yeah,
not
for
saying
sure.
that,
We
but
don't
he,
have to get the
he
details,
had
but
to be,
basically-
something happened to his dad, but he had to be the sole provider. Pops is a cool dude too.
100%.
How is Pops doing?
100%. He's good, man. He's good.
And
Thank
he's
God.
still running the Metro Market?
No. We ended up converting in, and he just kind of took some time off, and now he's just been.
Yeah, he also owns the Metro Market in Ybor. It's like a smoke shop
Did
now,
not
right?
know
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew you owned something, but I didn't know it was
He
that.
didn't tell you because you like to smoke. Because
I would have been a customer.
then he's gonna want free shit.
At one point, I needed to get, he had this stuff he was selling. Yeah, I could
Yeah.
fit it in my store. So here's what happened. I moved down here and needed a job. My uncle was running an appliance store. That's what got me into the industry. I get the job there. I'm a stock boy, helper. I'm helping. I had a small little 16-foot Isuzu box truck.
So you were making
I don't want
pennies.
to mention, like you said, names. I don't
So
know
you
if
were
it's
probably making
necessary.
pennies at that point.
Oh, it was terrible, bro. I think I was making like $16 an hour or something. My uncle decides he's done with it. Take care of customers that walk in, answer the phones. Ultimately, whatever it took, I got done. I get a call from a logistics company, right? Company calls me up and says, hey, we're looking for installers in your area to provide installation work for our clients. They're like Best Buy, Home Depot. I do it on the side. All right, we'll send you an application. Okay, no problem. You just need to go pick up a general liability insurance policy and we could start you with some, some accounts, some stores. I said, I'm gonna go and get $1 million policy. Oh shit, it's go time. I grabbed the owner's manual. I started reading the books.
Was YouTube
on how to
around?
install
Just
them.
fucking
I
figure it
literally
out.
had to I grabbed the dishwasher, I grabbed the manuals, started looking, reading the instructions. I'm like, okay, cool, this seems pretty straightforward. Grabbing all the microwave, okay, good. The best thing is to think now, it takes me maybe 30 minutes to like 45 minutes to remove an old dishwasher and put one in now.
And
At
that's
the
you
time-
and that's you taking your time. Because you
That's
can do
me.
it in like 15 minutes. Though.
Well, it
I've
depends
seen
on the
you do it.
situation. It depends on the situation, of course. Every circumstance is a little different. That's being really efficient, really thorough from start to finish. It's good. If it takes you 30, 40 minutes to put in a dishwasher, that's good time.
Yeah.
Mind you, when I first started, it took me 3 hours.
Yeah.
3 hours. And reason being is, number one, I had never done it. So I'm walking into a customer's house. I remember the first time I walked in to
You
install a
sweaty and
dishwasher.
shit? Are you sweaty?
Not even, bro. I always love people, and I always pride myself on my work. It doesn't matter to me. It didn't take no rocket sciences to freaking figure out, to install an appliance. Just a few brain cells, bro. You can figure it out. I think that ultimately it's tedious work, but it's not hard work. You follow some instructions. It's pretty straightforward. But when I started, it's just really just knowing. It's all the unknown variables. Plumbing and electrical is never simple. It's never easy. It's never straightforward. You go into a mobile home, the plumbing's all messed up.
Yeah.
You got fittings and all kinds of things that you got to adjust. Or you go into an old house that has old rusty copper lines or valves that leak. The minute you look at them, they start leaking. It's like, oh,
Can I jump in for a second?
Yeah.
So when me and him were doing appliances, this is afterwards.
Probably a year in.
Fucking cheap ass motherfucker. Every time we'd go to a house, he'd have like his little tool thing, and we'd get to the house and he'd be like, okay, Jay, we need to leave. We'll be back. He'd tell the customer we'd leave. I said, what is it, lunch break? And he said, no, I got to go get a fit in. And I'm like, bro, you don't have them in your bag? He's like, no. He's like,
I'm not a cheap ass. I didn't know plumbing.
You do it all now, though. You have bags full of
But
shit.
now you know what fittings
Yeah,
are
yeah,
needed. Now, years later, you would hope I'm not going to run out the Home Depot.
Bro, we would go to
without
like Home
fitting
Depot
for
and shit. We get this little ass thing for 2 cents, and then we go back to the house like it was like 30 minutes
Bro,
away.
but it had nothing to do with being cheap. It's that, have you ever walked into the plumbing section of Home Depot? Buy every part.
Well,
It's
no,
not 2 cents anymore.
so what I call it rite of passage, right? So it's like you have to go through those times
Exactly.
to get good
So
and know what you need.
I didn't know
'Cause
what
you
I
didn't have a
needed.
mentor.
It was more like basically learning as you go, you know?
Yeah.
So ultimately, but the fact that I knew that I was only as good as my last job is how I looked
Yeah.
at it. So like ultimately, I
Yeah.
installed every single dishwasher, every single microwave, no matter what it was, as if I was installing it at my house. I took my
You
time.
still do that? Yeah, we switched locations. We're over here chilling. We had to check out the patio furniture because us
nice over here.
guys, we work all day on our feet. We got to sit down. Well, actually, we sit down all day too. So continue on with your story. So
Summary, I started my career stock boy helper, and ultimately once I got contract, I ended up landing the contract. I was at 100% for the country. I was leading the country in the highest survey scores for every customer literally raved about me. and I was getting the top score.
And you're giving them the surveys.
So-
You're giving them the surveys
So-
when you're leaving. saying,
Right, exactly.
Fill this out.
You're leaving a leave behind card, which says it was actually, it wasn't even that I'm giving them the survey. I was letting them know that they're going to receive a call for a survey, and then obviously just making them aware that they're going to get a call.
So for the guys, the guys and women that are starting their business off, right? He's talking about how he came from nothing, right? It's very important for you guys to ask for the reviews. Go on my website, give me a
All
great
day.
review.
That's one of the most important things. I preach that all the time when we talked about it. Like anytime you have, like let me compare. Like one company has 100 Google reviews and over 4.5 stars,
Yep.
and another company has 5 reviews around the 3.5. Like what company is going to show up more visibly online? It's
Yeah.
going to be the one that. So like from an SEO standpoint, it's so rich to have
Yeah.
those reviews, and that social proof will do the selling for you.
Yeah.
So if you have reviews, testimonials, like case studies, all of that stuff, like if you're a business owner, if you do anything in the entrepreneurial world, like get your reviews, get your testimonials.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, that's one of the things that we stress most to people is like, it's like, he's on the computer all day. I was just looking for a dentist, right? I'm looking at fucking reviews.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Build trust.
And then you
build
gotta-
trust in your community.
Right.
and like you
It's
have to, there's a lot of fake review
such
shit
a
going on too,
different
right?
experience.
Yeah, people
So you
do
have to look at the reviews and like, if they're doing like emojis and like,
Yeah, you can kind of sniff out the bullshit. Like when you go and like you do your due diligence, like when you come, let's say you're about to buy a product or a vacuum or whatever, right? Like you're gonna go and check out the Yelp reviews, the Google reviews and whatnot, and you'll be able to sniff out like which ones are very basic and they're kind of like fake-ish. The more detailed it is, the
best
better.
And that's why Google now has like local guides. Those are amazing.
Yeah.
Those are literally like approved people by Google that are, doing reviews, and those are excellent. Obviously at the time, this wasn't necessarily that I was creating something for my business, because it was more just what the opportunity it created for me, having that really good feedback and those really good reviews, is that it introduced more opportunity. The logistics company calls me months in when I'm leading the country in survey scores. They're like, listen, you're doing amazing, and your stores are raving about you. How do you feel? Would you be interested? And my stores were in Pasco County, just those 3 stores that I mentioned, which was the one Best Buy, 2 Home Depots. Are you interested in taking Pinellas County? I'm like, what's that look like? They said, well, you're going to have 2 more Best Buy stores, one in Clearwater, one in St. Pete, and all the Home Depots in that entire area. So it must have been like 6, 7 Home Depots, anywhere from like, Palm Harbor all the way down to South St. Pete.
Yeah.
Home Depot was a low volume. I wasn't their primary dealer. I was basically like a primary installer. What we were hired to do was the grunt work. It was the stuff that their main delivery crews didn't want to do. If there was a copper line, they didn't touch it. If there was hardwire, they don't touch it. So like their home delivery team would do the basic stuff, but all the grunt work we would get. So if it required being hardwired, or if it was a complex installation, or for whatever reason it wasn't a plug and play for them, they'd send it to us. We were the pros, essentially. Anyways, so I'm like, they tell me what it was, the volume. I'm like, okay, there's no possible way I can run my 9 to 5, working for the independent dealer, doing my couple installs, and then now picking up a whole territory that's 5 times the size of my current territory.
Right.
However, at that time, I was able to easily discover that this was my opportunity to now branch off and start my own thing, because when I did the math, doing the work, the money that I was making, installing the appliances under my logistics contract, what I made in one day was more than I got paid for the entire week working at the appliance dealer, at the independent dealer. So in one day, so I'm like, this is a no-brainer. Of course, at that time, I'm going back to the owners of the store and saying, hey, listen, I got to put in my notice. Of course, I just said I'm going to focus on my studies.
So
Mind you, in all this, I was still pursuing my education. At the time, I was going to PhD.
So you would say, so what you're basically saying is, it's the risk for the reward, not the risk for reward. You have to take that risk to
It was a
find
leap
that
of
reward.
faith. I had, for me, when I was like, okay, well, not just that. Now I'm able to really create business cards. Really, like now the volume made sense for me to go ahead and start my own entity, my own business, and pretty much stand on my own 2 feet. But I was being fed work without having to advertise and promote it, which is excellent. Now there's a lot of little things that you can do. If you remember, and we were doing it, we were selling dishwasher kits that cost us $7, $8.
So like ancillary products that fit what your main stuff
Right,
does.
you have to offer. You need it. Stores weren't selling it. You were selling it for $50. You spent $7, $8 on a kit. You know what I mean? So, anyways, point is,
That's what you would do to upsell. So we could talk about that as well.
It was almost like a needed upsell. It was just more like the
was
store
upsell.
forgot. It wasn't upsell. But like you couldn't install the appliance without it. It's just the stores weren't properly trained to make sure it was included with the sale.
But that's where you came in as a businessman and you said, okay, this is a great way for me, and this is where I'm trying. Like the main thing with this channel that we're creating is trying to get the younger kids that are trying to start a business to understand business itself, right? So first thing you said was risk, and here's the reward. He took the leap of faith, and this is where he is now. And now he's saying upsell. So basically, I could give you the appliance, but you need this extra part, which he could buy himself and then upsell that. So let's get inside. Let's get some AC, and then let's continue it, because I'm starting to sweat.
Me too.
So we just moved over. He was showing us his office, and we got a couple drinks and stuff like that. So you were, to finish your story, what you were getting into more, you were talking about the expansion. So now you're in St. Pete. Now you're running all this.
So I came over Pinellas. Of course, I said yes. I took over Pinellas County because the opportunity made sense.
Right.
I got going with that, and sure enough, at that point, now the volume was big enough that I needed to get, I needed help. It was no longer where I could just run it myself and do everything myself. And
get the party boy from Shepherd.
yeah, so
We met each other like a couple times, but we partied at Shepherd's. He's like, "Hey, you want to work with me?" I was like, "No, but I'll do it."
Oh man, that was a spot.
Worst, best decision I ever did. No.
no, good times though.
Yeah.
So, anyways, from expansion perspective, of course, just to give you put it in, whenever I started with the account with the logistics company, and I only had the 3 stores, about $150,000 contract.
How much was an install? How much was an appliance, a dishwasher?
On average, it was like $100.
$100.
$100
In your
dishwasher,
pocket? In your pocket?
Yeah, no, anywhere between $70 and $80.
Are you ruling out gas and stuff? Is that right?
No. That's what they paid you, and then of course your expenses.
So $70, and you're saying it took you about 30 minutes to install it, right?
We'll say an hour start to finish. You
Okay,
you
so
take the old
you're
dishwasher out,
but
put the new one in. Like it's anywhere 45 minutes to an hour.
So okay, but let's say you're doing at least like 5 a day. I know you were doing more, but let's say you're doing $500 a day, right? What's 500 times 6?
3,000.
So you're doing about 3,000 a week as an 18, 19-year-old son.
Yeah,
Let's go.
That's exactly why it makes sense for me.
Like I'm doing my own thing.
And that
Let's
was
go, baby.
yeah, and that was
That's when you're
that was without the upselling. I was probably making an extra $500 to $1,000 a week just selling accessories.
And keep in mind, guys, so
Selling biscuits.
he said he went from making like $15 an hour with the other company. He's seen value in himself, and what he decided to do was, I'm better than this. I'm not gonna stay in this realm. And he could have easily kept making that $15 an hour, kept working for someone, got his own apartment, had kids, and just did all these things and put all these weights to where he couldn't make that choice. He did it at an early age where he took the risk, and now this is his reward. You guys are gonna see his whole warehouse in a second, and you guys are gonna see how he came from living with pretty much his family as a teenager to now having multiple houses, multiple businesses, and stuff like that.
Hard work pays off. I mean, nothing's easy. It wasn't easy. You know how many times I couldn't tell you how many times at the end of the day I just want to quit.
Yeah.
That comes not. If it was easy, obviously, it'd be a lot harder to get into. So nothing's easy, but just having the determination and the drive and the willingness to just succeed is all you need. Just having just pushing through, like they say, you fall, get back up. You gotta fall.
Is there anything that you can kind of pinpoint that, right? So like your big break in that whole situation was you getting that contract, right?
Getting that
and
contract
you
was
getting that
amazing.
relationship essentially, right?
Right.
Did you do anything specifically up to that point? Like maybe it was a daily thing, or maybe it was just a one-off thing. What did you do at that point to get that relationship that helped you pop off? Is anything like come to mind?
Truthfully, it was just being at the right place at the right time. Like ultimately, that was it. And seeking the opportunity. I could have easily taken that call and said, "No, sorry, we don't install appliances. Like we're not for hire." Which was just true.
Which 99.9% of people would do.
When I got that call, ultimately
You took the challenge.
I took they called me. And I could have said, "No, sorry, we couldn't. We weren't for hire," which is legitimate.
Yeah.
But I said, this is an opportunity. When they
Yeah.
started telling me and naming the major retailers, I said, this is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, and mind you, I'm 19 years old at the time.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. I needed to make money. I knew, not only that was it just from a money perspective, but I also, I had 4 sisters and a brother, all younger than me. I needed to be the breadwinner. I needed to make
Yeah.
sure that I need whatever I could do to make sure that, I took care of business, took care of the house.
So looking back, so like this is what we ask everyone that we interview. What advice do you have for your younger self or the youth now? Like what would you tell them that maybe that you wish you knew back
In
then?
terms of business growth, like entrepreneurship.
Motivation, like do you have anything that sticks out? I think yours is take the risk. Simple enough, a T-shirt slogan. Take the risk.
That's
Because that's what it sounds like. A lot of business owners that I hear that are multimillionaires, and you are one of them. Not to talk about his numbers, but I do know. Multimillionaires, they all tell me the same thing. They got lucky at the right moment with something, but then they grew wings and they took that to the next level.
Yeah, that calculated risk.
taking the risk also involves possibly failing. But
Yeah.
the important thing is getting back up and going, moving. There's nothing that's going to come easy. Yes,
No.
there's going to be a handful of people that just get blessed, they get opportunity. But people that bought Bitcoin early, okay, yeah, those are far and in between.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is basically where I inventory all the new appliances. A lot of these are either just appliances that we stock, and some of them are for customer orders that are going out. But this is all the new inventory, everything brand new in boxes.
Yeah, so guys, so look at this. This is pretty much from having one appliance on the truck. Now he's got warehouses.
It's different. It's a different perspective for sure. Like now we're an authorized dealer, an appliance dealer. I sell all major brands, same qualifies, like same, pretty much the same thing as if you were to walk into any major retailer, but you're supporting independent local business. Like I said, I pride myself on good service, and so it's not about.
This is luxury. This is all the luxury over here.
It's luxury, and it's not just. It's pretty much just a good mix, catching all areas, whether it's entry level all the way to luxury. We earn we're able to provide brands that have a higher expectation.
Yo, you want a fucking TV in your refrigerator?
Oh yeah, and of course, hey, don't forget the YouTube, bro. You gotta definitely look.
Hey.
Oh shit, he put himself up. Yeah, Mo has a very successful YouTube channel too, so you guys can check that out.
You gotta check out you guys gotta hear my anthem.
Oh, he makes his own music. Watch out for that copyright. That's all you get. Don't worry, copyright.
Check it out though, The Plug. You gotta look up there. It's actually got a good vibe, a good rhythm. It really, in summary, if you listen to the song The Plug, it's on Spotify and on Apple Music and YouTube Music and all socials, and it literally will summarize who the Appliance Plug is and what we do. Everything, all of it. I sell a lot of entry-level appliances, but then I also have, your more premium brands like Bosch and Decor, which, like that refrigerator right there, that Decor down the way, that's a $12,000 refrigerator.
Yeah.
So we also have, $500 refrigerators. But there's a lot of categories. Aside from the appliances, there's also, we do, outdoor kitchens, barbecue grills.
Is this a hair dryer?
What's that?
Is it a hair dryer?
A hair dryer.
First and foremost, Mo, thank you for letting us come out. Mo's also a client of ours. This is actually the first client that we went to. It's a Flying Goat client, right?
One of them, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't dropped the other episodes, but he's pretty much the first.
Oh yeah, in terms of YouTube, yeah, absolutely. You're the first.
As far as the YouTube, so.
Yeah, we'll be getting to the other clients. We love everybody, but one at a time, one at a time.
But thanks for
Appreciate you
having us, Mo.
Absolutely.
Much love. You're like a brother as always, baby.
Yes, sir.
And then if anyone
My
needs
guy.
any appliances in Tampa, we're gonna drop all his links here. And then his YouTube's got all the tutorials. So
How to install appliances.
Yeah, a
don't
lot of
even need
DIY
it.
stuff. It's awesome.
you don't even need him. Just buy the appliance from him. We'll do it. We'll install it for free if you say Flying Goat. What's up, guys? We're here at Ducati. So this is Ducati Tampa Bay. We're gonna go in and meet Trevor. Trevor's one of the homies. We're gonna chop it up with Trevor and see how his business is and like what advice he could teach us to, grow our company. So let's go, baby. Let's do it. Look at these bikes. Fire. Ducatis are cool because to me they sound like a helicopter. Like when you saw them, like the whoop, 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 whoop. Mm-hmm. I like that. Yeah, look at this place.
Yeah.
So, what's up, man? How you guys doing? Is Trevor around?
What's up, fellas?
Yeah. He's expecting us. Jason? Wow, you guys got enough bikes? Is this the most you guys usually have?
No, we have a lot.
Yeah. You guys are stacked. There's no room for any more. Yeah. It's dope.
Yeah. What's up, brother?
Wow. Yeah,
Love
you
it,
guys have
man.
any?
This is cool.
Maybe we'll have to get a bike today. What's up, baby? I got Trevor here at Ducati.
What's going on?
So Trevor is not only one of the goats of Tampa, he's an art collector too, so he's got some of the scale
I'm a
pieces.
customer, for sure.
Yeah, we got Spencer behind the mic.
Yes, sir.
Show yourself, Spence.
Bang, bang.
So Trev, first and foremost, thanks for having us out, bro. I've actually done some cool events with you guys. I think you guys are like untraditional, I would say, with the events, right? Like you guys do cool shit here.
We're gonna have a grand opening at the new. So I got a new store
Your boy was just telling me. So where's that?
About
at?
a mile down the road, you said?
about a mile down the road on the right. I'm like
Nice.
80% done.
So you're gonna completely get out of here and go there?
So I don't own this property. I've been here like 10 years.
Uh huh.
So
Did you buy the other one?
yeah. So I bought
Nice.
4 acres.
Good stuff, man.
Dirt. Stupid. I guess I'm a developer now.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We're everything now. We're AI. We're everything. now.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. So
Nice.
now I got 4 acres. So I started just, putting dirt, fucking building
Are you gonna transition all these bikes there?
everything. So I had 2 stores. I closed them both and putting everything in one big.
Because this is crazy right now. You guys have if you guys look around, like how do you even have room for anything?
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
Because this is a lot, right? This is more than you usually have in here.
Yeah, it's probably the largest collection of like high-end motorcycles like anywhere in the country. Other than
Yeah.
like maybe Graham Rahal spot up in
Yeah.
You got a lot of cool.
So a lot of people know you in Tampa because he's very involved in charity and the community and stuff like that. But for people that maybe watching this that don't know you, like who is Trevor? Like have you always been into doing the motorcycles? Like where did you kind of come from?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up with motorcycles, like as a kid. I'm from
Where are you?
Missouri.
Missouri?
So
Okay.
I'm from the Midwest, Show Me State, like
Yeah.
old school, like just work hard, terrible in school, like all of us.
Yeah.
And I started wrestling for WWE when I was 18.
Oh, cool.
So that's,
How did I not know that?
I don't know. I
So
talk
can you
about it
body?
sometimes.
He's like, yeah.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, like funny story. So like I'm 18 years old and I go to like the first day of wrestling practice. Me, John Cena, Batista, Randy Orton, and Brock Lesnar. I'm
This is like a
18-year-old.
Missouri thing?
No, I was in Cincinnati. Or
Oh yeah,
Louisville,
Ohio.
Kentucky.
Ohio.
Yeah, Ohio Valley Wrestling.
Yeah.
So I wrestled there for a while, and I ended up wrestling for WWE for like 6 years, like off and on. Not like
Nice.
full time on TV, but I was like working the rinks.
Yeah.
And then when I moved here, I had no money.
Were you this size there, or were you fucking
Same.
even bigger?
Yeah, but like
So you were like more of the quick guys, or
Yeah.
you? Could you body slam people?
fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got a fucking body slam.
Do you have any clips?
I'm sure I've got some.
Oh,
somewhere, of
dude,
course.
send
What,
us some
what was your
clips.
stage? What was your stage name? What was your
TJ
stage?
Dalton.
Welcome to this.
2002 to 2007. There was no iPhone. There was no backstage. Like
Yeah.
you couldn't.
Facebook just came out.
Yeah.
Facebook just came out. Like you couldn't. I don't have like, oh, here's some pictures of me and John Cena hanging out in 2000. It didn't exist.
Yeah.
Unless you brought like one of those like digital cameras and you didn't.
Yeah.
The backstage stuff was more not okay, like it is now.
So like, you know what a good?
Oh, that's
line-
it?
Yeah.
Ah, look at that, baby. Yeah. Ample
You know what
parking.
good? Okay, so from wrestling to where you're at now, did you have any other hurdles in between the wrestling and to Ducati itself, or was?
Yeah. So I mean, like when I moved here, the most money I ever made in wrestling. So I got fired from up in Louisville.
Okay.
I moved down here. My buddy was wrestling Japan. He's like, you can stay at my house in Largo, Florida. I'm like, I didn't know what the fuck it was. I got my truck. Had like $2,000.
Redneck Beach, you know?
Yeah, a little bit like compared.
Well, that's what everyone
It
up.
was amazing.
That's what everyone up north thinks. Like it's the redneck beach, like towns and shit.
I loved it. So
Yeah.
I just was like, I love riding motorcycles. I saw the bikes here, so I went to go buy a bike. Didn't have a job, and they offered me one to start selling motorcycles over in Clearwater.
That was your first gig.
That's so I started like making some real money.
Were you
Nice.
pretty good at it
Yeah,
from the start compared to like all the other guys? You were like,
instant. Yeah, but because the wrestling trained me.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you wrestle for $20, I would drive like 8 hours, get beat up, like get stitches.
Right.
Like the work ethic was there. Like
Right.
you have people don't understand that. What I would do
Yeah.
for $20
yep,
to like live a dream. Now it's like, well, you got to work 8 hours.
Yeah.
And every time you sell one of these motorcycles, you get hundreds of dollars. Like, no shit.
yeah. A lot of people don't know that. That's what I try to tell people too. They're like, because they see me get up at 5:30 in the morning and work, and they're like, how do you get up that early? I'm like, I was trained that way as a paramedic for like 8 years. That's all I did. So like, it was like it almost trained me to be like an artist that just fucking paints, early in the morning till like night,
It's gonna be so self-motivating too.
Yeah.
That's so tough. You don't get that instant gratification.
But I love what I do, just like you probably love what you do. So like, tell the wifey, see you later. I'm going to work, baby. So that's pretty cool, man. I didn't know that about you. That's interesting. That's great for YouTube. So what we try to do on the YouTube itself, we try to motivate the younger generations that are maybe trying to like start a business or get into things. And so like, it's cool to see that like, hey guys, like WW wrestler, WWF, WWE, WWE
NXT.
wrestler Where he could have,
It was like developmental before NXT, yeah. So I did that kind of full time.
Nice.
but he could have stayed in that position and just kept going and going and going until his knees were gone, his back was gone.
Funny story, my roommate at the time, back in Kentucky, so I saw him, like, and I'm in LA, I had 5 motorcycle dealerships, I'm on top of the world. And I see him on the beach walking home. And the dude's like a little older than me. And I'm like, what a fucking loser. He's still trying to wrestle?
Yeah.
Now for $20 doing this shit?
Yeah.
He's LA Knight, WWE fucking champion.
Oh.
Fucking didn't give up.
Yes.
So I'm out of that because I felt bad.
Talking shit.
Not talking shit, it's sad for him.
Yeah.
I'm like, the dude's just not. Everyone I know that hasn't quit succeeds.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm telling you, all of them, they just do.
Yeah, and I noticed too, like, there's something with like WWE and like even UFC to some extent, right? Like, a lot of people start hitting their like prime like in their 30s, right? Like, whereas football or like in the NFL, like you're on the way out when you're like past 30. Where like some of these fighters and you know people in the performance space, like they start getting better. So you just got to keep chipping away.
I would have done more if I wouldn't have given up.
Yeah.
Give up, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
My path changed.
Yeah.
Well, it worked out, right? I mean, like,
So I sold the bike to a lawyer at the dealership. This is even crazier. And I'm at the venue. Remember that spot?
Yeah.
So I'm hanging out at the venue like 2009. And he's like, bro, you sold me a bike. And like, I've never been sold that hard. I'm a litigator. I never paid more than, he's like, you're good. He's like, why don't you do this? I'm like, I don't run the place. I just work there. And he's like, well, why don't you own your own store? I'm like, dude, I borrowed money for this bottle of vodka. $100 for like a bottle of grapes.
yeah.
Tampa was different. And he's like, well, here's my card. I went home and made a business plan. I asked him for $100,000. He's like, I'll give you 50, and I own half. We fucking shook hands, and so I started fucking.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah, I love that,
So I
man.
became an owner from.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know I wanted to be an owner. I knew I loved motorcycles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I knew how to work hard. I didn't know I was good at marketing. I didn't know I was.
Where
Yeah.
was the switch? Where was the mental switch from wrestling to Ducati? Was it that first sale?
Yeah. I mean,
Because you obviously seen something at one point within Ducati or the motorcycle world where
Yeah.
you're like, holy shit, I could be where I'm at now.
yeah,
Or did you
I mean,
never
this
see
is,
where?
This is embarrassing, but like I read a few books on how to pick up girls,
Yeah.
Can you give those books to Spencer?
and it was the stupidest thing ever. But I was like, I just want to be talented enough to be able to talk to anyone I fucking want and control the conversation.
Oh, so that transitioned over.
And so when I started doing sales, I'm like, that's the fucking same thing.
Yeah. What? All right. So on that, because I've read sales books, and there seems to be a common denominator, common theme. What is the one thing that sticks out in like the sales books or like those books that you've read that you want to share? Like, what's the one thing that
So
sticks
I've
out?
never read a sales book ever in my life.
Okay.
The only book I read was this one book. It was like the Bible of picking up girls.
Mm-hmm.
It was just
And what was like the one thing that stuck with you from that?
the 3-second rule. Like when you see a pretty girl at the bar, you've got 3 seconds to say your fucking line.
Yep.
Be prepared. Have something to say.
Yeah.
Or you're dumb.
Yeah.
Speed to lead.
Like-
so what we say in marketing, speed to lead.
Hey, like you gotta have lines.
Yeah.
If a customer walks in the door right now, you're not just like,
Yeah, fumbling.
Ducati Tampa Bay, how can I help you?
Yeah, boom.
Hey, can I show you some new product that just came out? And you gotta be quick.
Yeah.
People lose their attention.
Yeah, the one thing that I was hoping you were gonna say was ask questions, right? So like, there's like an art form to like asking questions and how important that is within like sales. So I wasn't sure if that was like the common denominator for you, but that's a great one as well.
I mean, that's a huge one. And like even from the book, I remember it'd be like, ask a girl an opinion on something. Like,
Yeah.
hey, this shirt, does it look too tight or not? Girls love to talk. They love to give their opinion. And now you're a listener.
Right,
And you can kind of, but again, you're controlling the conversation.
Yeah.
Which I'm controlling the sale.
And you're gaining information.
Yeah, correct.
Are you
So-
married now?
No. Divorced.
Okay, so you got to read that book again. How old are you now?
42.
43. We're about the same age. Yeah,
I
bro.
feel like I'm just peaking. Like this is like 40 to 50 is gonna be like the best 10 years of my life.
Yeah, dude.
I was
I think
talking.
young people don't realize.
So I was talking to my wife about that. So like, I believe that like, we're in the 40s is about like, just making money. Like that's all it's about. And it sounds like greedy, but like because I feel like we've done everything to get to this point, and 40s to 50s is just about making money. I'm hoping that
being healthy.
100%. But I look at that as like that's just like that should be your part of your life,
Are you
right?
healthier now than you were when you were younger?
Yeah, yeah, for sure, right?
I mean, you guys are in good shape. Like,
Yeah, because it's part of everything, right?
Yeah.
That's part of the balance of life.
Success.
Yeah, you seem healthy as well. You know, not many 40-year-olds can tuck their shirt in and not have a gut. You know what I mean? That's important. You know, so business itself. How are you guys doing in Tampa and the region, or like how's business with Ducati?
It's fucking awesome.
Nice.
Nice,
The
man.
weird thing for me, like everything, I always said the phrase, make your own luck. Like it sounds like luck. I just bumped into this attorney. I just happened to open up a store. I had a store in LA in 2015 that I lost. Hard fucking business decision, but that brought me back to Tampa. Now what happens to Tampa? Fucking blows up.
Yep.
You want to be in LA now? Fuck that. You want to be here.
Yeah.
This is where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Tampa's got money now. Oh, I got the most expensive fucking motorcycles on the planet, the best, and it just happened to kind of all come together. So I started doing like subprime, bad credit, cheap motorcycles, and then now I'm like the high end guy.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
like I transitioned my business and followed the market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta
We
be
own
able to
that market.
adapt.
We own that market. Like in Tampa Bay, we're the only high end motorcycle dealership.
Yeah, everyone's coming here, dude. Like, we don't have to do shit anymore. Like, I mean, we have to keep doing our thing, but like, that's the reason I haven't left. Like, I'm like, why would I leave? Everyone's coming to me. And then it's just like
Growth.
Bro, I don't go
Constant
out.
growth.
Dude, I don't go out, but when I go out now, it's no one I know.
That's so funny that you said that because I was thinking of that the other day. Like I was in hospitality for years, right? I knew
No one.
everybody.
It's all new
now there's
people.
so like even in the past 5 years, there's so many people that have moved down to Tampa Bay. Like I go out and I don't know everybody now. Like I'm
Yeah.
not like the guy now. Like I can't, you know.
Right,
I'm
right.
like, who the fuck are
You
these
have to
people?
pay full price now.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know the
yeah, I'm
bartenders.
not getting in like that. Yeah, I mean that's not really my lifestyle anyway right now. But yeah, I mean it was great to be able to go out, know everybody, get taken care of, and you're good. You know.
Yeah, yeah. So that's good, man. That's awesome. So business is good. Yeah, like I said, man, we just wanted to roll up where we're highlighting the goats of Tampa. One thing that we always ask everyone in the interview is, what advice do you have for the youth? Should we give them all that book on how to get girls?
I mean, it's gonna teach you how to sell. I don't know if it ever got me fucking girls,
But what advice?
but it definitely. But I could
That's a
definitely.
lot of guys that wanted to come meet
But
you.
like, how many people can have a conversation with anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can go to any bar in town by myself, have a drink, and have a conversation. And you know the fucked up thing is what it taught me. You know.
But I feel like you should have had that energy anyways from being in the ring. No?
No, wrestlers are always like insecure, and then it comes out when you're in the ring. It's like a character a bit.
Yeah, that's why they get the adrenaline rush, right?
But you know what it tell me? And it's not gay at all. It tells me to meet dudes.
Yeah.
And business, like I would say my network is worth way more than my net worth.
Yeah.
And like, when you talk just people you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know him. Like these relationships with you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Whether I'm at the owner of Motor Enclave or Jeff from Boulan, is
Yeah.
you name it. Andrew Vasilevsky's a customer. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
You just meet these people by being around, and like, it's not even as a value. I enjoy people.
You said the hockey player?
Yeah,
It's my boy.
yeah.
Big cat.
He's a Ducati. Yeah, he's a Ducati.
Big cat. Did he get one?
He fucking bought one. Yeah.
Fuck it, we'll drop a little clip of him at the studio. He came to the studio. He was a
Talk
trip.
about that, but he's a hot-
Well,
he's
so we'll edit that out then.
Yeah.
We'll
But,
edit.
you meet all these cool people. So like now, I mean, I was at Boulan. I'm having a drink, and I just meet this dude next to me. The standard stuff. I'm like, all right, he's got a Patek Philippe on. He's in shape. Like, there's got to be something. Next thing, we're like fucking best friends. And that happens. Same as meeting women, but it's just your meeting.
Was this Big Cat?
No, this was I don't want to say,
Yeah, you'll say it.
but
Another
everyone would know.
Another
He's
guy
like-
that looks like us.
Yeah, looks. You could just
Yeah.
tell. Like, there's that Tampa vibe
Yeah.
of like.
He needs a Ducati.
You know,
If he needs some Scalart, Ducati, and then maybe Flying Goat Agency. Yeah, man. So your words of advice for the youth would be
learn to talk to people.
Learn to talk to
network,
people.
meet people. I'm telling you
that.
right now, I would give $100,000 cash to anyone who came to me with a business idea that I believed in. That never once have I met. Like when I talked to the lawyer, I'm like, "Why did you give me money?" He's like, "I just fucking knew." I'm like, "I didn't know."
Yeah.
He's like, "I just fucking knew." One time I had an AC guy, this young kid. He did all the work. He owned the AC business. He had 2 trucks, 2 employees. I'm like, "Bro, I want to," and he's like, "I'm good." He sold it, and he's already.
Love
Like,
that.
you know what I mean? Like I would love to invest in someone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not someone who just has an idea, like someone who's working hard.
But that's one of our goals. That's our goal with this YouTube channel. Like, we want to help the youth out,